Welcome to our website. This is the first stage of your information gathering tour. So you come through to this website, obviously you're looking to learn how to earn a substantial income. The first thing we're going to do on this website is educate you about our industry, the home-based business industry that we belong to. We believe that's the best place to start, after which you'll be guided at a later stage to our main information website that talks about how we earn money. So this is a very important website to get a bit of foundation about the incredible industry we belong to. The first thing I would encourage you to do is to download this free ebook. It's called Starting a Home-Based Business, Things You Should Know. It's a free 23-page Adobe Acrobat PDF ebook. So download that, and it has 4 chapters. Just read the first two chapters rather. You can read the other chapters 3 and 4 if you have time, but the chapters 1 and 2 are the most important chapters to read at first, but many people find that they end up reading all 4 chapters, as it's only 23 pages. And then like I said, continue on this website. We have 5 sections 1 to 5, and I'm just going to go through them quite briefly. You're going to basically work your way and reading through all 5 sections. But let's look at these sections. We're going to probably have to cover this in 2 videos. So this is the first part of the video. Section 1 talks about learning how to protect yourself from the things that affect today's economy, like the credit crisis, the recession, job losses, low or no pension plans, and we can show you how by developing a business on the side. You're able to create an income stream that can create a safety net in case any of these things happen. And you just need to look around the economy to see what's been happening over the last few years. Job losses. I'm not going to go through these articles, but the stock market and so on. The pensions have been having a very tough time recently, and so these areas where a lot of people put their financial security on, and realizing that it's not really there at the end of the day. So it makes a good idea to create a successful, a viable plan B. And as it says here, don't wait until it's too late. Dig your well before you're thirsty. And we have a great solution for creating financial security. Section 2 talks about what we do. What do we actually do? We help others to see that there is a better way. There is a plan B if their plan A hasn't already made them happy, healthy and wealthy. And the question you may want to ask yourself is, do you feel that your current plan A is currently working for you? Would you like to change the quality of your life? Here's a great quote here by a very successful gentleman in a similar industry, and I'll leave you to read that on your own. Then it goes on further on. I'm not going to go through all of it, but a short introduction. It says that if you could change some things in your life, how would it be different? Would you like to have more free time? Would you like to go through life without worrying about money? Would you like to be your own boss? Would you like to travel more often, help loved ones, change where you live, change what you drive and the amount you can give to charity? Would you like to retire with financial dignity? It says most people spend more time planning their next holiday or vacation than planning the rest of their lives. Just ask yourself, where will you be in 5 years' time? Well, chances are that unless some things change, you'll probably be in the exact same position you are today. And are you happy with that position? Do you feel that you are appreciated at work? Are you paid what you're really worth? And is your income totally secure? Below are some testimonies of some people who were not happy with their position in life that they found themselves. They took lives, they took charge of their own lives and have dramatically changed their circumstances. All of these people started their own home-based business using this unique business model in their spare time with minimal startup cost. And within a few years, each has achieved a very successful and satisfying lifestyle. And I'll, as you say, welcome to the exciting world of home-based business. I'll leave you to read the testimonials below in your own time. So we can scroll down. I'll just scroll down to another important area of this page, the 45-year plan, the employment trap, otherwise known as the 45-year plan. This graph just illustrates the work cycle of the average human being as they go through the normal work pattern. Otherwise known as the 45-year plan, the average person starts work at age 20, could be age 18, 19, 20, and approximately, these figures are slightly out of date, it says 12,000 here, but it could be 15,000, 18,000, 20,000 a year. And if they are successful in their career over the next 15 years, could raise to 35,000, 40,000 a year, maybe even 45. Expecting nothing else, nothing more than annual increments in line with inflation. So, some people reach 35, 40,000 a year and they peak out in their career. Some people never reach that, and some people go beyond that. But what's important here, so they go up this graph here as they get older in the chosen career, and they may even have to change careers to achieve their income goal. But they normally peak out, and what we mean by this flat level here is they may be getting promotions or increments, but inflation eats into it. So they generally stay at the same level until they reach the good old age of 65 or the retirement age. And as it says here, at the age of 65, after retirement, those who have a private or company pension generally receive 1/3 to a half of their original salary. So they have a massive drop down to here, which is roughly the same they were earning in their early 20s. So, and obviously those who have a state pension is even lower than that. But what it shows is that people start work for 45 years just to end up on the same kind of income level. Does it make sense to work for 45 years just to end up in the beginning? But yet this is what 95% of people are doing. And here's some testimonials of people who realized where they were heading and decided to make changes. It says here, I'm gonna go on to the next step. Most people want financial independence, but research shows that out of a group of 125-year-olds, and they followed them throughout their life and interviewed them again at the age of 65 after tracing them through the national insurance number, they found that 1% was wealthy, 4% financially independent, 32% unfortunately didn't make it to the age of 65, 6% still needed to be working. They had no way to retire, they just couldn't afford to retire, and 57% were dependent on the state, family or charity to survive. Now we asked the question, which group would you prefer to be in? And most people that I know choose most people choose either the 1% wealthy or 4% financially independent. And so it talks about, it shows there are two groups, the 95% that slip backwards and the 5% that moves on. And further research shows that social factors such as educational level, geographical region, race, gender, religion had little bearing on which group people fell into. There were two critical factors, however, that held true. So there are two reasons why people fell into these groups. It wasn't because of education or age or race or sex. It was because of these two. Number one, the people in the 95% group, they were employees. They worked for someone else. If you all have a job and you work in 95, they were paid per hour. They took advice from people also within the 95% group. That's why they stayed within that group. So if you work per hour, you're paid with a job, you're limited in your income. The people of the 5% category worked for themselves, and not that they were self-employed, they were business owners. They had a business and they earned income independent of their efforts, and they got advice from wealthy people. So I'm going to stop here and move on to video number 2, part 2. So I'll see you in the next part, and this is the end of part 1. Go to video number 2.